I am incredibly mutual on the point we're about to talk about, because I believe Epic will eventually remove these, whether the player base wants to keep them or not, and how good these skins are compared to the original Super Styles. However, I think that if the community generates enough backlash about this type of issue, we may see two separate Super Style types for the skins that currently have this issue, and I think that would just give the players a whole lot more customization with these older skins. I get it's a little generous to ask for extra skins for older seasoned skins, but you get what I mean. I'm going to show you guys the ones that I personally have noticed that are bugged, and I'm glad that I have these ones because they honestly look really cool after the bug compared to before, but that's just my personal opinion. I will be showing you guys the Chapter 2, no, not Chapter 2, it's Chapter 5 Season 2. The God Series stuff. So Aphrodite's Super Styles, I have all of hers. They are all bugged. With this on, bugged too. So I'll show you guys all of them. It's a lot more of a minimalistic style, but I think it's because the reactivity for these skins is gone. That's how I believe that this was created. Because these skins had like a texture on their jacket or whatever. I don't know how to describe this. You guys can talk about it in the comment section. That's how I believe this type of thing works. And it happened with some of the skins, not all of them, as you're about to notice. And if you come to Hades and you actually use his emote, you equip him, come back, let's use his emote, the reactivity in his skin is still clearly here. And I think this just gives a whole lot more of an option for these particular skins. But again, this is only speaking about Chapter 5 Season 2. Other ones may not have this type of thing that can be mentioned. I'm going to show you all the styles anyway, so Lethian is fine. All of the super styles are bugged. Like I said, I do believe it is the animated textures that are currently bugged to an extent. I personally first noticed this issue with Zeus. I am not going to lie, because Zeus is very, very obviously bugged, but it looks really, really cool. These skins also work in game, which I'll show you at the end of the video with all of the Titan Flame stuff. It all works in game. I just really hope that the Fortnite developers think about turning off this type of thing for an option, just adding it below the currently existing options. So like, imagine there'd be a third one below the super levels to turn it off or something. And then, who else was bugged? I can't currently remember. It was all the super styles from that particular season. I don't think I showed Artemis' skin. She's another one that's currently bugged. All of them bugged. Anyhow, I will show these in game right now. So this is the Artemis skin in game. Emotes work. The skin doesn't really bug out, as far as I'm aware. But all of the skins are like this. They are playable in game, and they look just as they do in the lobby. It's honestly kind of crazy that this existed, or maybe it was a bug that this existed in the first place. But these, I feel like, are cooler than the original super styles in some cases. Not all cases, but some. I'll show you the next one right now. Here's the Aphrodite skin. A lot of this is just going to be rinse and repeat for the rest of the video, for the rest of these skins. They all work. I'll show you guys the Hades thing in a moment here, if you guys want to see that. And then I'll show you the last of the skins from Chapter 5 Season 2. Another interesting thing I want to note before going into Medusa is that some of her skins still work. Like her Gorgon Warrior Titan Flame form, no issues. These two have issues. But if you change to normal Medusa, it doesn't seem like she's having many issues at all. Unless, no real issues here. Reactivity off? No, it doesn't. So that's very interesting. I'll show the Olympian one for the example here. Here's the Medusa skin, pretty simple stuff. Again, no issues with like textures and stuff bugging out when you're doing emotes. It looks like a skin that should have just been added to the game. I know I keep repeating that, but like, I'm just very conflicted about these being removed, if I'm being completely truthful. If you're curious as to why I'm conflicted in the first place, it's because I honestly feel like Fortnite skins are, like, not Fortnite skins, but the super styles can be incredibly over flashy. They look good, but sometimes they're so bright they ruin the point of using the skin since you're so easily visible. You're literally like the equivalent of a traffic pole. Traffic cone, whatever. And finally, here's Hades. While I'm talking about Hades here, I would really like it if you guys liked the video, shared it around, talked about your experiences in the comments. I'll be reading them all. Why aren't you working? Come on. Okay, yes, the emote still works in pub matches. It was just in the custom game that it didn't work. Yeah, it still works. This isn't bugged. The other one is. That'll be the video. Please do your things, comment. It helps it reach more people. If you want Epic to know about this, and you guys want the skins to stay, like the video and make an outlash about this. That'll be all. Briny out.